So what if I can not only bring people together, the hood, talk, create this hood, which is considered family, people of the same conglomerate, almost degenerate, people that don't belong together. But why are we a little more sophisticated, right? We're the sommelier. Sommelier is somebody who everybody respects at any high-end place. So I'm the hood sommelier because I have no certification. I've learned from the ground, and I want to bring everyone together, especially the newbie that are walking into the spirit, to know more about it, and especially don't make the mistake that I made.
Hello, this is Marco Rock. Welcome to Marco Rock TV. I'm Marco Rock, your host for Inside a Great Mind, where we interview entrepreneurs, game changer, achiever for a purpose, to inspire and inform you. Today I'm so thrilled for my guest on episode 72, Mr. Jack BEGUEDOU. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. Great to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
So tell us, who's Jack BEGUEDOU?
Jack BEGUEDOU is, I would say, a crazy little boy from West Africa, Togo. Came to America at age 19, wanted to pursue the American dream.
Okay.
17 years later, he's a father. He's a little bit of an entrepreneur. He owns an insurance agency, and in the last 2 years, he came up with a new idea, which is the Hood Sommelier, to bring culture and spirits in one environment.
That's awesome. So first of all, I want to talk about the insurance part.
Yes.
I know that we live in a difficult time. Unfortunately, how people pass away because of COVID-19. Why is it important people should have a life insurance?
It's more than ever. Talking about life insurance is now, primordial, right? Most people in the past, it was like, protect your family, protect your family, protect your family. That's all we repeat to people: protect your asset and protect your family. But if nothing else, COVID have taught us that life is short.
Yeah.
And quickly things can change.
Yeah.
And more than ever, we've had a lot of death. I believe it's about 200,000 people now. And it reminds people that life is so fragile and we can never be prepared enough. Having life insurance, protecting yourself and protecting your family, almost your livelihood and future, it depends on the decision you make today. So you have life insurance today, you're no longer here either because of COVID or whatever happens to you. Obviously, your family is protected. They can still stay in that home. Your kids can still go to that school and maybe have that dream that you always had for them.
So what with somebody out there who says I don't need it? Because sometimes there's an argument that people feel like, do I really need this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that person is single or whatever. I don't know, that's just how.
No, there is such a theory that people say I don't need it. I don't need it because either I'm Superman, because most young people think they're invulnerable, or people say, what, I have no one that depends on me, so I don't need it. But truly, 2 reasons why you should probably think about it. 1, life insurance is 100% based on mortality calculation. So the younger you are, the cheaper it's gonna be. Chances are, yes, you may not need it today, but you're eventually gonna have a partner or have a kid, and that you're not gonna wait till you're in your 40s before you think, now I need life insurance. So for most people that are getting to their, I would say, debut of your insurance, your professional career, you should probably think about having some sort of coverage, just in case your life changes. That coverage can maintain with it. But the other part is the people that are here without any family. In the last 5 years, I've had to go to about 5 or 6 burials. And these were young people that freshly came to the United States and didn't have any family. And unfortunately, something happened to these people, and we had to call people from back home to help us bury someone here, because taking a body from the United States to your country is a lot of money. Who's gonna take care of that charge? So if nothing else, you don't do it for you, do it for your family abroad.
So what if somebody who doesn't have a life insurance but want to? What are the steps?
Very easy. You start with your name, since it's calculated on mortality tables, that means age and sex. Talk to your insurance agent or talk to someone like me, and with your name and date of birth, we can start looking at already numbers and different options that applies to you.
And what are the things that affect the most the pricing? What are the major?
So 3 major things will affect, there's more, but 3 major things is if you're a man or woman, obviously.
Okay.
The price different. Women are cheaper than men.
Why?
Because women live longer by mortality.
I didn't know that.
Yes. They take less risk in life. They have kids and they're more protectors.
Okay, interesting.
So, even back home, our grandmothers usually tend to live longer than our grandfathers.
I think with medicine things are changing, but anyway.
But you go by the table of mortality, it's pretty simple. So women do live longer than men. So if you're a woman or a man, that will be a difference. Age bracket. Age is a big factor, right? And even with, I'm sure with COVID, and I'm speculating here, I'm sure with COVID in the next 4 years, there's a certain age bracket that life insurance is going to be higher. Because obviously, certain people of a certain age are dying. That means their risk factor is going higher, which means the insurance company is going to say, oh, we need to recalculate the risk here. Third is your lifestyle. So lifestyle is important. Somebody who smokes, obviously, it will pay more than somebody who doesn't, right? Somebody who height and weight, blood pressure are perfect will pay cheaper price than somebody who doesn't so much. So your lifestyle and health history may also affect you. So those are the little things that we can look at. But usually the younger you are, the healthier you are, the cheaper it's gonna be. But the average Joe can get life insurance at any time. And as long as you're under the age of 50 usually. I think an average 30-year-old, I'll just throw it out there against the wall, an average 30-year-old can pay $20 for life insurance. Yeah.
So you also founded a company called Hood Sommelier.
Hood Sommelier, yeah.
Recently. So tell us what it is about, where you come with that name. And I'm just so curious. I want to know more,
It comes from a kind of combination of a lot of things. I'm a product of COVID. I am a product of COVID, pretty much. Hood Sommelier is a product of COVID. I've always been into spirits. I've always collected for the most. Something just passionate me about alcohol. Either is scotch or bourbon or spirits from all around the world, and even bottles. The cooler bottle is I just love just love having it. But during COVID in March, I've just decided, I've sat and usually before I purchase a bottle, I'll go on YouTube and review or talk about the bottle. But, listen a little bit of what somebody thinks about it before I know if it's a good risk or not. But when I sat here, the one thing I realized I was missing is representation of immigrants. Okay. I haven't met an immigrant on YouTube that reviews bottles, that talks about it. And knowing that we have different, perspective of tasting things, where we're coming from, flavors that we see are a little bit different. Why isn't anybody reviewing, as far as, as an immigrant, reviewing about this good juice that people have?
You call it juice, huh?
I call it juice because it's my happy juice or a long day juice. So I started thinking, what something is missing.
When you talk about immigrant, you talk about people of color, is it of color, or are you talking about immigrants?
Yeah, people of color. The majority, it is people of color. So black people, people of color in general. I haven't seen a lot of representation on YouTube. So I wanted first to have that representation. I say, one day I wanna be one of those people. And I love talking, so why not? But the major thing is the new people that are coming introduced to spirits, those people don't have representation either. If you're new to coming into spirit, you never had spirit a day in your life, and you're 22, 23, and you're just coming in. Who would tell you what's good to buy, not to buy, what to be into, not to be into? You don't know. And to add salt to injury, I was introduced to spirits when I started my professional career. So I'm meeting people in the professional. I get invited to, whiskey and talks, whiskey and cigars, and have, more private conversations. And I had nothing to talk about when people were talking about, or this whiskey tastes this way and whatnot. I had just no idea. So what if I can not only bring people together, the hood, talk, create this hood, which is considered family, people of the same conglomerate, almost degenerate, people that don't belong together. But why are we a little more sophisticated, right? We're the sommelier. A sommelier is somebody who everybody respects at any high-end place. So I'm the hood sommelier because I have no certification. I've learned from the ground, and I want to bring everyone together, especially the newbie that are walking into the spirit, to know more about it, and especially don't make the mistake that I made. Bourbon 101. What is bourbon? Do you even know what bourbon is?
I'm a newbie like you.
Okay, all right. We are going to teach you as a newbie how to speak bourbon. So what we are going to do, what we have on the table here are bourbons. They consider bourbon, but these are, I would say, mid-high-end bourbon.
Mid-high-end, okay.
Mid-high-end. So we're not very high-end. So I would tell you, there's three names that when you hear in the bourbon industry, somebody talk about whiskey, that you should be holding in your pocket because you got to spend a lot of money.
Okay.
So if you hear something like Pappy Van Winkle, if you heard the name Pappy in any whiskey event, hold your pocket.
Okay.
Those are considered the high end of whiskey, right? Of the bourbon, right? They are the most expensive bourbon probably that you can buy in the United States, and they're very, very sought after. So they're released very small, and only collectors usually go after those. And in the whiskey industry, you can say, most big companies that will put auction charities will put a Pappy bottle because they know people will want that, so people will participate more to be able to get that bottle. If you hear a Buffalo Trace antique collection, hold your pockets, right? Those are very, again, sought after.
More than a Pappy.
No, Pappy is the highest. You hear Pappy, and then you know already that this is the highest, right? So Buffalo antique collection are things are like, they have Buffalo Trace is one of the older distillery in Kentucky, where actually good juice is made, right? So let's speak bourbon. Bourbon 101. First original bourbon is Kentucky.
Yeah, I know that.
Right.
I know that.
See?
Yeah.
All right. So, but do you know why is it that it started in Kentucky?
I didn't know why it started there, but I know it's there because I've been there before, a while ago for a festival, and I know it's.
Did you try to participate?
Well, I did.
Know more?
I did, but I was just like I just sip things around, without getting more educated.
Get more educated, right?
right?
Easiest thing or easiest way to taste your bourbon. This is called a Glencairn, and a Glencairn is a specific brand of glasses that were made specifically for nosing your whiskey, so you can know what are the flavors that are coming from your whiskey. So let's pour a little something, and we'll see if, mind you, this bottle is something that people are looking for. It's very sought after. So you just come in and just have one of the rare bottles right away. It's Old Fitzgerald 9-year bottle and bond. So when you take your glass, The one thing most people will do, and I would say bourbon etiquette when you're around your bourbon people, you want to swirl it just to actually look at it because you want to bring the aromas out. You want to look at the color. So the longer the barrel that is in have been charred, the darker your juice will actually be. So if you look at it, but there's one specific thing that happened. You see those lines on your thing, they're called the legs. Those are the legs of your whiskey. You know the concentration of alcohol is high when your legs are taking a long time to come down in. So the more alcohol is something, the legs will stay. The less alcohol, the faster your leg will fall. And you get more legs. You get that. That's the reason why they call them leg, because you get one line, two that are coming in. Second step of bourbon is nosing your bourbon. The reason why you want to nose it is you want to see what flavors are coming up. Easiest way to nose is to keep your mouth a little open and take a whiff. Just take a whiff. Just take a nose whiff and let it go through your mouth, because when it goes through your nose and come through your mouth, you can taste a little bit of it in your mouth, so you can tell which flavors am I getting on the nose. So if you move it to the side, you only get a simpler nose, but if you move it to the front, it hits you more stronger. So the glass was made that way to help you on the side or help you on front. So for people that just want to grab the top notes, just simply, they will smell it on the side. But somebody who wants all the flavor to come in directly. So the first note I will get here, I'm getting a little bit of course you get oak, you get cinnamon, and it's about practice. The more you're practicing, the more you'll get it. So get a little bit of peach, and don't let the brain can be tricked. So the more I tell you things, the more you're gonna probably pick them up. But usually,
I'm just like myself, trying to.
You get the oakiness, the ethanol that come up, the oakiness, but you get cinnamon that's coming on the top. I'm getting very fruity, very, very fruity. So after the nosing, now you go to the tasting. That's what most people do. Most people, that's what I'm saying. But somebody like me, or somebody like anybody that actually enjoy good spirits, really want to know.
Do you actually take that much time to?
Yeah, but most time people will actually sit, and while they have their conversation, they're doing all these things that we're doing because they want to know, am I getting all the flavors of what need to be coming up? The good way you want to actually start with your spirit is that don't take a big swig right away, because it's not going to help you enjoy. You want to take a small sip and let it swirl through your mouth, just like we do for wine, so it can kind of coat your mouth. But the second and the third sip, that's where you actually can kind of discern the flavors. But if you take the first sip immediately and it's a big sip, you get, if there is a burn, they call it a Kentucky hug. That's the expression.
Kentucky hug.
Kentucky hug, because you feel like somebody is hugging you tight. So obviously, let's give it a taste. You take a little sip. Just swirl it around your mouth to let it sit in. That's where you now will go, okay, now that it sit in, can I take now you can take a small sip to actually enjoy the flavor profile itself.
Pretty good. So it's spicy too, though.
Correct.
Jack, what would be your last word or advice or tip, whatever, to my audience?
I would say I'm a professional, and I've been in my professional career for a long time. Sometimes you just have to find more ways to connect with people. And I've found in my professional career that spirits are a way to connect with people. And you'll be surprised how much people will love to talk about the type of bottle they have, the type of bottle they've tried, and that. So for some people, it may be just golfing. For some people, it may just be coffee. But for some people, the poison may be just good spirits. And that's one more level of connecting with people that maybe you may not think you have something in common. And in this time, we need more unity. We need more people coming together. And if you check me on most of my social media, every single person that follow me or is with me do not looks like they should be following me. And these people come from all walks of life and believe that we are united through spirit. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much for watching this episode with Mr. Jack BEGUEDOU. I hope you enjoy. See you next time. Thank you.